Hey there, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a beat for Rema from start to finish. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is choose a tempo. I'm going to use 90, between 90 to 100. So let me try 94. Then I'm going to come to the Teflon Afro Swing drum kit. I'm going to choose some one shot, start with the kick. Okay, I'm going to use that kick. Then I'm going to come to rim shots. I'm going to use this rim shot right here. Then I'm going to create a very simple pattern. Start from here like this. Let's extend it so that we can have more variation. Next, I'm going to come to the hat, the open hat, and pick a sound. Yeah, I like that. Reduce the volume a bit. Then add another hat right here. Reduce the volume just to be in the background. Reduce this again some more. Now let's add a percussion. I'm going to come to perks. Yeah, then let's look for a nice hi-hat to add in here. Then I'm just going to create a simple pattern like this. Reduce the volume. Then have another pattern again like this. I'm going to also pitch it down a little bit just to make it sound a bit more interesting, you know, pitch it down a little. I can also play with the velocity a little bit. Then let's add this right here. Right here, let's try here. So this drum pattern is sounding good. Now it's time to transfer it to the playlist. We can just dump it right here, okay? And then let's get a hi-hat loop, you know, just to make things sound even more interesting. The Teflon Afro Swing drum kit has all of this, okay? Okay, I think I like this. Bring it in, make it match the tempo, almost at 4 bars. So I'm going to stretch it up until 4 bars. Then I'm going to click stretch, reduce the volume a little bit, change it to song mode. So I don't really like that sound for this particular drum. So let me try something else. I'm going to try this. Zoom out. Okay, this is almost 8 bars. So I'll stretch it to 8 bars. Then let's hear how it sounds. Okay, I think I like that roll. I may cut out everything. Just keep that rolling there. So I'm going to come right here, quarter beats, use my knife tool, and just chop it up. So now I'm going to head into melodies. I'm going to create a new pattern right here, and I'm going to load up guide keys for my chords. Let's come to chords, then I'll just use okay, I'll be using this crackle reverse piano. I'm going to come to piano roll, but first let's dump it right here. Then I'm going to come to piano roll. Then I'm going to change it the key because I feel like working on a minor Because for the vibe of Rema, lately has been on mostly minor keys. I'm going to come right here and then minor natural. Yep. So before I create the chords, if you do struggle creating chord progressions, you can just refer to, our mega MIDI bundle chord pack that has, over one, two, three, four, five, six, over six MIDI chord packs, and each of those six MIDI chord packs also have 20 individual unique chords. Okay, for example, this big seven MIDI chord pack, if I come right here to the big seven, you can see one, two, three, four, five, six, up to 20, right? So you can see we have 20 chords in there. So if I drag any of this right here, turn this off. So you can see right here we have chords. If I press play, reduce the volume. So I can bring it down to a low octave because this are MIDI chords, so they're very flexible. So you see so many nice chord progressions. Again, low octave. So you can see, and the reason why I like, MIDI chord packs is that you can move them to a higher or lower octave, or you could even, maybe take out some notes. Maybe you don't want it to be an extension. You can make it, a regular, or you want to do your own unique inversions. You have all of that control. Instead of starting from scratch to make a chord progression, you have over, 100 chords to inspire you. And that's why this MIDI chord pack, I always fall back to it anytime, I'm stuck on ideas. And, instantly I'm able to move on from there because remember, great melodies come from great chords. But for those who still want to know how to create chords, let me just run you through a quick way to create chords, okay? So the thing you want to do is you want to set your scale. In my own case right here, mine is on B minor. It could be B major, C major, whatever root note you choose and whatever scale you choose, either minor or major. Like this is minor natural, this is major, okay? Whichever one you choose, they basically follow the same concepts. So I'm going to come right here. Typically, chords are between fourth and fifth octaves, or rather, it's these numbers right here. So I'm going to come right here to pick any of the notes in the light gray line. I recommend you turn this on so that it snaps you to scale. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. So let's say I click this again. I could stay on the fourth or fifth octave, so it's totally fine. Then I could stretch this out. Like most times your chords could either be a bar long, okay, could either be a bar long or 2 bars long. Okay, so like I think that is too long for this particular project, so I'll take it back to just 1 bar. So now I have a root note right here, one. Then I'm going to count 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have this. So I have a simple chord progression. Now the reason I like FL Studio is that it makes creating chords even simpler. Okay, although using MIDI chords again is faster, but if you want to just learn how to do it, also doesn't take much. I'm going to come to Command B. Now I can move across different positions till I hear something I like. For example, if I press Shift and up, nice. So I like that. Okay, so I like that progression. So I don't need to go further. But if you don't like it, you can keep going till you hear something you like. Okay, by holding Shift and up or down arrow key. Okay. So for my next melody, I'll be loading on Pigments from Arturia. And I'm going to come right here, then choose sound. I'm going to go to keys. Then I'm going to listen to a few sounds and make a pick. All right, I like that. It has some ambience, reduce the volume. I'm going to zoom in on my chords to use as a guide. Let's start from here. Let's try this. Nice, I like that. Then just simply highlight that. Move it on here. Let's bring this down and see. And the reason why minor chords are important for making Rema type beats is that it gives this dark feeling, okay? It gives this trappy, dark, feeling, and that is the vibe it has been on for some time now. The next one we're adding is another ambient melody. I'm going to come to pigments again, and I'm going to go on to keys. I'm going to come down to just look for, again, some sounds. Let's try this and see. Okay, I like this one. So just make sure that the sounds you pick are different from each other. For example, you can see they are all different from each other, right? This will make your melody stand out without you playing too many sounds, okay? So now I'm going to play open piano roll and play some notes. Yeah. Nice. Then reduce the volume a bit. Right now, I'm going to add a piano layer just to layer the chords up. I'm going to come to, let's use Triton Extreme. One of my favorite presets for that is the soft ground. So nothing too complicated. It's just simple, but gets the job done. I'm going to open the piano roll now and then just create a simple melody. Then nice, let's try a low octave. So I think we can get a better vibe from just layering it, like, having two different octaves playing. So I'm going to create a little bit of separation so that it sounds like it's actually strummed. So I'm going to press Option S or alternate S on Windows. Click Preserve End. I'm going to click this. Let's also try to layer it up another high octave and see. Nice. Now I'm going to link this to the mixer and like really mess it up with compression. Just a vibe I like to do with pianos that I use. I like to over compress it. So I'm going to use Fruity Compressor. Exaggerate the compression, increase the ratio. It gives it that, that sad, gritty feel. That's what I want on the piano. Then I'm going to add a little bit of phaser or chorus. Let's add chorus instead. Then reduce the mix. Nice. So we have that going. Let's hear with the drums. So now let's add bass. I'm going to come right here to, let's use Technology for the bass. Then I'm going to come right here. Let's change this to a lower octave because I'm using laptop keys. I think I actually like this default bass. Right, so I'm going to open the piano roll and then let's play the bass notes in. Then we highlight this, move it here. Then let's try low octave. Let's make it a bit longer. I don't need to touch the other bass completely. I want it to be like a little pause. right, that sounds good. So next, I'm going to add a second type of bass. So I'll turn this off. Come down to there's a free 808 kit you can get online by Johnny's Production. That's at Johnny's Prod. Just YouTube it or just search on Google. You should find it. Then I'm going to use which is this. Just a few settings. Come down to the envelope setting. Turn on the envelope. Reduce the attack so that it doesn't run into each other. And then you can also right click, cut itself just to be sure. And then it's simple. You just want it to follow the bass notes. So I can just click this in here, then click this in here, then create like a slide up. So we're going to break it up so we can head over to arrangements, split by channel, drag this down. So I'm going to arrange this so we can have a full-on arrangement. All right, so after arranging the beats, let's hear how it sounds.
Really loud.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorials, tips, and tricks. I remain Sir Classy. This is SC Tuts. Cheers.